Announcing today's lunch score. The score is 28. Not a passing grade, that's for sure.
Frank? I thought I told you to stop with the scoring stuff. I mean, giving a score on your lunch every single day?
Huh? Why not? What's wrong with a little scorekeeping? Keeps you on your toes.
I'm just asking you to stop doing this scorekeeping game of yours. You do this every day. It's as if you're making fun of my cooking. Honestly, it's degrading. What is it you're dissatisfied with?
Let's see. You just didn't put enough effort into it today. For example, that fried egg. Tasted like crap. How hard is it to fry an egg? And the fried hamburger and veggies? Oh my god! Tasted like rubber! Can't you even fry stuff in the frying pan, for God's sakes? And the broccoli. Only half boiled. Couldn't even bite into it. All you were really good for is heating up a frozen dinner in the microwave. That's why I gave you a score 28 today.
I made my lunch today too, the same as yours. Actually wasn't too bad. I even shared some with my friends. No one said it tasted bad.
They probably just didn't want to hurt your feelings. The first thing you need to do is admit that you have no sense of taste. All I could manage was 3 bites. It was so bad I chucked it up in the garbage at work. I ended up eating at the KFC down the street. What a waste of money.
Huh? You mean you threw it out? How could you? You're pathetic.
It's for your own good. Try harder to be a better cook. You don't want me to dump you. Learn how to cook. Until you achieve that goal, I'll keep pestering you. Man, you should actually be thankful that you have such a considerate husband.
I can't understand you. When we first got married, you loved my cooking. And then about 6 months ago, you started chastising my cooking. What the hell is going on?
When we first married, I just didn't have the heart to tell you the truth. Your cooking sucked ever since I met you. I felt sorry for you, but I realized you would never improve. That's why I took it upon myself to educate you.
Is my cooking really that bad? You do know I went to cooking school for a while. I went because my folks were running a restaurant and I wanted to help out. This was before we got married, of course. And I think I have pretty good taste. I remember cooking for my friends on numerous occasions. They all said my cooking was great. So I just can't understand why you would say such a thing.
I'm sick of your constant excuses. I don't give a crap whether you went to some cooking school or that your friends think your cooking is awesome. Your cooking is just simply dreadful.
So what am I supposed to do? You just criticize and never give much constructive advice. If there's something you want to eat or a specific ingredient you want me to use, let me know and I'll do better.
That's your job. You should be able to perceive what your husband wants on any given day and make your decision on what to cook. That's what a good wife does. I mean, use your head a little. Do a little research or something.
How am I supposed to know that? Anything I prepare, you criticize and say it tastes like crap. You throw out everything I make. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On top of that, you have this degrading meal score game you play. Where did that even come from? To be honest, I'm super stressed out about all this. If you don't like it, don't eat it. Just, please, don't dump it in the trash right in front of me. I will eat it for you.
I allow that and you'll never improve. By throwing it out, it allows you to be more aware of yourself, which in turn drives motivation. Get it? You know, when humans are pushed to the brink, they transform.
So does that mean you'll throw out everything I make until my cooking improves? Like you said last night during dinner? You said you'd rather eat garbage than anything I cook?
Yep, that's right. Just make stuff that's better than garbage.
Okay, you know what? I'm going back to my folks' place. If you think my cooking is so horrendous, well, I'll go back to my parents' restaurant and relearn what I was taught. I plan to stay until you appreciate my cooking. Until then, I'm not coming home.
Huh? Hold on a sec. That's a little too drastic, isn't it? You can't just shirk your responsibilities and...
Huh? What are you saying? You just said it's a wife's responsibility to be a good cook. I can't go on any longer serving such god-awful food to my dear husband, so... I intend to go back to my parents' place and have them teach me from square one how to be the best cook in the world. At least my folks won't throw out perfectly good food. Food won't go to waste.
No. Your folks are not up to it. What parent will criticize their daughter's cooking?
You sure don't know my folks. They are the most disciplined people I know, especially when it comes to cooking. My father is an accomplished chef and a restaurant owner. I first held a kitchen knife when I was 5 years old, and ever since I was taught everything there is to know about fine cuisine. If they find out my skill as a chef has declined, well, my father would be adamant about correcting that.
Yeah, well, that may be so, but after all, they are your parents. They'll definitely give you some slack.
Well, if you're so skeptical, how about this? We can have your folks visit us once a week and have them taste my cooking, and they can decide whether my cooking has improved. If it's your own folks, you wouldn't doubt them, would you? After all, they brought you up, and they know your tastes, right?
I don't know. That's going a little too far. It's not really something we have to get your parents involved in. I'll do the scoring about whether your cooking is good or not.
I don't want some meaningless score each time I cook something. I want to know exactly what the problem is. I want our folks involved because I don't want to rely on just your pointless score, but I want to find out what specifically is the problem and how I can fix it. And another thing. Since you've been tossing out my homemade lunch and buying some from a restaurant or fast food joint, our monthly budget has doubled in the last 6 months. You say my cooking is crap and toss it in the garbage. Our monthly living expenses are severely affected as a result. How can we not get our folks involved? We may need their help eventually.
How am I going to survive while you're gone?
Huh? How am I supposed to know? Do what you like.
Huh? You don't plan to make meals for me?
Just eat out or buy fast food. It's what you've been doing anyways. I mean, it's no use if I cook your meals. You're just gonna throw it out.
No. I'll eat all of it. No problem. Even if I can't stand the taste, I'll do my best to finish it.
Oh no, I can't allow that. I can't have my dear husband eating garbage. You said you'd rather eat garbage, right? I'll stay at my folks' place to relearn all my cooking skills, so that someday I'll be able to cook you something super delicious. So, please be patient, my dear. So, until both our parents acknowledge that I'm an adequate cook for you, I will not be returning home.
Hold on. Besides cooking, what about household chores? The laundry, for example. Are you gonna leave all of that to me too?
Yeah, well, I suppose I have to, at least until I'm accepted. But I suppose it's necessary if we're to overcome this bad food dilemma we're in, right? Besides, you're a grown man. What's a little cleaning and washing?
Dump all your household responsibilities on me? I will not allow such a thing! Your real motive is to sneak back home to escape your responsibilities as a housewife. If you keep this nonsense up, I may even divorce you.
If that's what you want, I'm good with it.
Huh?
If it ends in divorce, I don't mind.
Are you serious? You do know the meaning of divorce, right? It means we will no longer be married.
I'm perfectly aware of what divorce means. And I'm saying that if it comes to divorce, I'm okay with it. So far, you're the only person that considers my cooking not fit for human consumption. I mean, it's stressful for both of us, eating horrendous meals and throwing them out in the garbage every single day. Maybe ending this relationship is the best option. That way, I'll be able to marry someone who would really appreciate my cooking.
You're being way too melodramatic. Why talk about divorce? We're just talking about food here. Come on! Our folks would never go for it either.
You realize it's 6 months. It's been 6 months that you've been bad-mouthing my cooking and then dumping it in the trash. My parents taught me how to cook properly. And then to be nagged on by you on a daily basis? Always ragging on about a wife's responsibilities or do the household chores or whatnot. It's as if I'm a servant girl or something. I'm at my wit's end here.
Hey, Melanie? Are you pissed off at me?
Did you really think that I would not get angry? Did you think I was some weak little servant girl that would obey your every wish? I am sick and tired of your bullshit!
Melanie?
Are you serious? My cooking is garbage? You're a real piece of work. You don't even know the difference between a lamb chop and a pork chop. You think everything can be prepared in 5 minutes. You can't even make a freaking peanut butter sandwich, for God's sake. Give me a damn break.
Melanie? Please calm down.
Calm down? Ugh, get out of here. Hey, divorce? Let's do it. Divorce. Go and find some idiot wife who'll make you your precious meals. I'm headed home, so don't forget to bring the divorce papers.
Please, Melanie. Calm down, would you? I'm sorry. It was all my fault. So please. Your cooking is delicious. It always was. It was all a lie about your cooking tasting like crap. All BS.
Huh? All BS? What's this crap about all this being BS? Huh? Speak up!
Huh. Well, it was my boss at work. His wife. Well, she's a really bad cook, and so he was giving her a score for each meal she made. I saw that and I thought it was kinda cool.
Huh? You thought it was cool? And that's why you were trash-talking my cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. What are you, 5 years old? And so, this guy was throwing his lunchbox in the trash like you?
No, he usually finished it all. Said it would be a waste to throw it out. The reason I tossed it out was that, how can I put this? I sort of started enjoying myself, and things just escalated.
Just for that? You wasted 6 months of food? So I built up all that stress because you felt so cool doing it? Is that it? Oh my God. This is totally pathetic. I'm really starting to think I married a kindergarten brat. I have to seriously think of that divorce.
Please. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me. I'll never say your cooking tastes like crap, so please. I'll never throw out your lunch again. And the scoring stuff? I won't do it again. I really think your cooking is the best in the world. Please no divorce. Please?
Okay. I'll put that on hold for now.
Really?
But I'm going back home for a while.
Huh? But why?
Do you really think I'm going to forgive you just like that? This will be a good chance for you to experience just how hard it is to cook and clean every day. So, I plan to stay with my folks for about a month or so. I hope you use the time wisely. Think really hard about what you did. And don't go relying on KFC for your meals either. Make sure you keep a record of all the expenses. I'll check when I return. If the expenses don't add up, I will extend my stay another 1 month. I plan to work at my parents' restaurant while I'm there.
No way! I can't do this by myself!
Relax. Don't worry. I'll leave my recipe book out for you. All the ingredients are listed, so just go out and buy them and cook a great meal for yourself. Have fun!
Are you kidding me? I can't do this. I've never even cooked before. And I can't even go out to a restaurant or order out. If I can't cook, what the hell am I supposed to eat?
How should I know? Maybe you should just eat some garbage. Well, after that, I returned to my parents' place. Frank tried to do all the cooking and cleaning, but he ended up eating pretty awful stuff every day, and the house quickly became a total pigsty. In the end, he only lasted about a week and sought help from his folks. But I had already talked to his folks about the whole situation, and he got reprimanded pretty harshly for throwing up perfectly good food and for treating me so badly. His mother was especially keen on giving him strict lessons in cooking and house chores. After a month, I returned home and found him kneeling before me, apologizing profusely for treating me so harshly. He realized how difficult it is to cook and maintain a household, and that he would never do such a thing again. Both my folks and his gave him a severe tongue lashing, so I decided to finally forgive him. So now he helps me a bit with the cooking, and even the household chores. We even take turns making dinner. And with that, I decided to put my skills to work and work at a local restaurant. Now that we're both working full-time, things have gotten a little easier financially. 6 months ago, I really didn't know what was going to happen between us. But after that incident, I think our relationship has actually improved. So, all in all, everything turned out nicely.
Thank goodness you're still alive after all that.
What are you laughing about? This is not something anyone should ever be amused by. Do you not realize that I cannot walk now?
Why are you getting so upset right now? You should be happy that after something like that, you're still going to be able to live life in some manner, right? Heck, the dang car got totaled, so I consider myself lucky to come out with no scratches.
What are you talking about, Kurt? Really? Do you not realize whose fault all of this is? Because of your inability to focus on the road, I'm left not being able to use either of my legs. Why aren't you even coming to the hospital to come see me after that? Every single day has been hell for me!
Yeah, I hear you. But having to go every day listening to you blame me is a real pain. And do you really think I want to think about having to push you around in your wheelchair right now? That's why today, I've gone out and got our divorce papers, and we'll be filling them all out.
What?
And tomorrow, I'll be bringing them to you so that you can fill out your half. I want to have them handed in before noon, so make sure you fill it all out correctly.
Oh, wait a second. What are you saying, Kurt? Are you serious right now?
About what?
After having put me in a wheelchair now that I can no longer use my legs due to your reckless driving, you're just going to throw everything we had away and divorce me.
Well, the Skylar I married was never in a wheelchair. And since you're in one now, you're not the same person I chose to love. And honestly, I cannot be asked to care for you at home. And so, divorce is the only option, okay?
I can't believe that you're acting this disgusting towards me right now. Do you not even understand what's happened between us? I'm never going to forgive you for this now, Kurt.
I couldn't care less about you forgiving me or not. We're probably never going to meet again anyway after the divorce, right? We'll just become two complete strangers living in two very different worlds from one another now. And I mean that as in you'll be living in a world where normal people don't have to be.
Where normal people don't have to be.
You can't walk anymore, right? So you'll never be able to live like us normal people anymore. And for me, I can't be asked to live with someone that can't walk.
I'm at a loss with everything you're saying to me. I have no clue why you and I ever got married in the first place. But I never thought to myself that the man I'd been married to was a monster. At least now, after what's happened, I finally had my eyes open to the kind of beast you really are.
I'll be bringing the divorce papers tomorrow morning. I'm sure you won't be able to come and get it for me, right? You can't walk after all. So that sucks.
Why, Kurt? Why are you being so mean to me? I'll make sure to have my little brother come and grab all of my things from the house. But I'm really hoping that in the meantime you begin to realize how awful you've been to me just now.
Yeah. If I happen to feel any regrets, I'll let you know.
Goodbye forever, you piece of crap husband.
Long time no see, Skylar. You doing all right?
What? Who is this?
What's up with that? You're being a pain in the butt again. You know dang well who I am, right? I bet you're pissing yourself with joy because I've come back to talk to you.
I don't think I have any reason to be joyous about getting a text from the worst man on this planet. What do you want from me? Make it short, please.
What's going on? Your attitude right now is a little bit unwarranted. You're not even close to the same Skylar I knew from back in the day.
Seems you may have forgotten what you had done to me 2 years ago. I'm tired of having to explain what happened back then, so just get on with whatever you've come to me for today.
I'm going to be getting married again.
Huh?
Well, I bet you're pretty surprised by that, aren't you? And the woman I'll be with is only 21 years old. She's like 10 years younger than you. Being able to marry a very young woman like her is the best thing that could ever happen to me.
All of this is so gross and annoying that I'm getting the urge to vomit right now. But before I do, what is your reason for telling me this?
Huh? What's that lame reaction for? Well, whatever, I guess. I'm just letting you know that I'm getting married again. I just assumed it was the right thing to do since you're my disabled ex-wife and all.
Well, thank you so much for going out of your way to tell me that. But I'll be going now.
Hey, you're being too cold to me now.
What did you expect to get from me by coming back to me after 2 years to tell me that you're getting married again?
Come to my dang wedding, Skylar.
What?
I'd like to take a long-awaited look at you in your wheelchair. So come to my wedding. I'll make sure that everything's okay for a cripple like you to even make it into the wedding.
Wait, are you being serious with me? You want me to come to your wedding? Why do you want me to be there again?
Well, to be blunt with it, my girlfriend really wants to see you. She doesn't believe me when I said that my ex-wife is in a wheelchair. And when I explained the situation to her, she still couldn't believe me. And so, I just thought I'd have you come to the wedding to prove I'm telling the truth. I even told her that I left you because I hate disabled people. Yet she still just could not believe what I was saying. It's so cute when she gets like that.
Huh? You said that.
It doesn't matter. So just come. I'm sure you have nothing else going on, right? You can't even work a real job without your legs now.
I do not have a job right now, but...
Well, you couldn't get up to do anything, so of course you don't.
I wouldn't say that's the reason for it, but...
It's thanks to me leaving you after that accident that I'll be able to marry such a young woman. I'm so dang happy that I wasn't looking at the road that day.
Hold on a second, Kurt. Are you sure you really want to be saying something like that right now?
Sorry. I was just telling my true feelings. Well, anyway, what I've been trying to say with all of this is I was right to throw your crippled butt away 2 years ago. I'll be marrying a youthful 21-year-old now. So I'd love to see your face when you come.
Well then, I'll come along with my splendid husband.
You have a husband now? Are you trying to compete with me now?
I can see that you'll try whatever you can to look down on me, but I have a life of my own now. Fine, I'll come to your wedding, Kurt. I'm actually looking pretty forward to having my amazing husband come with me to see the wedding of my monster of an ex-husband.
You are so full of yourself. I can't wait to see what creature you bring along with you.
See you later, then.
Hey, Skylar! What the hell is going on?
What is going on with what?
Why are you with Dr. Frank right now?
I told you that I would bring my splendid husband with me today, didn't I? Seems that you thought I was pulling your leg or something there, though? But I made the promise that I'd bring him, and so I did.
But why did you end up hanging out with that high-life living doctor?
Because he's my husband?
Huh? Wait. You're joking with me. You're saying that your husband is actually Dr. Frank?
That's right. Is there something wrong with me being with him?
Why are you with an elite doctor? There's no way he should have gotten married to you.
Don't you think you're just blinding yourself with all of your lies about the person you think I am? I mean, you work in the pharmaceutical industry, Kurt. You should be more understanding that a man like Frank would want to be married to me. He may be a super well-known doctor to a lot of people in the medical world, but that doesn't mean he's as cruel as you are. I know that in the past I said that I'd never forgive you for what you did to me, but because of you leaving me, I was able to start talking to him while being treated in the hospital. And so actually, I do forgive you and thank you for being a jerk and leaving me.
Huh? You met him while in the hospital?
It wasn't at the first hospital I had been admitted to. Rather, at the next hospital I started staying at for my rehabilitation. And while trying to get my life back together, I met him, and we soon found ourselves getting married to each other. I never wanted to think of all this being because of what you did to me, but now I think much differently. I can truly say that I am thankful that you were such a monster. And because of that, I'll say thank you this one time.
Something like that happened to you. I never thought that could happen.
And just to let you know, my current husband is very much upset with my ex-husband.
Huh? Dr. Frank is?
He can't believe that one of the employees of a pharmaceutical company that he partners with would be so disgusting. At first, I hadn't wanted to remember all that happened between you and I on the day of that accident, and after. So for a while, I didn't tell him too much about the details. But today I decided that it would be a good idea to let him know what you had done to me, and now he's fuming with anger at what he's heard. He's even started going on about how he'll make sure that you learn your lesson for what you've done by having you dismissed from that company.
Hold on. There's no way he could do something like that, right? Stop going on about such nonsense, okay? I'm sure that a man as powerful as Dr. Frank can in some way do something about me, but going that far about something that happened in the past is going way too far, right? What would his reasoning even be?
Do I really have to explain to you the reasoning? If you really take a step back and think about what all you've said and done to me, you'd understand why he's as upset as he is with you. Well, just be happy that we didn't bring any of this up to you at your wedding today. We've already left now, so you don't have to worry about seeing either one of us.
Huh? You've already gone home? I wasn't even able to introduce myself properly to Dr. Frank. You seriously went back home already?
Frank told me that he doesn't want you introducing yourself to him. I mean, that makes sense to you, right? Don't tell me you don't even have enough common sense for something as trivial as that. You jerk.
Are you kidding me?
But on the way out of the wedding, we made sure to tell the bride.
Huh? What did you say to her?
About how you're the worst man on this planet. And about how it was really all your fault that the accident happened and the reason behind me being in this wheelchair. And since you and I were married, I couldn't sue you for what had happened. And you just handed in the divorce papers for us and threw me out because you couldn't handle that I became paralyzed from the waist down.
Wait, what? Why would you say something like that to my woman at this wedding? She's going to start thinking that I'm some kind of monster now because of you!
Maybe you shouldn't be such an awful person if you don't want her to think of you as a monster. LOL. But that's not all.
What else have you done? Can you just stop all this crap?
I let her know that you'll soon be out of your job, and she'll be with a man that is unemployed right off the bat. And then I proceeded to suggest that there was still time for her to call off the wedding. LOL.
Why would you say such needless things to her? Is that the whole reason that I haven't been able to find her anywhere yet? She just texted me. This cannot be happening to me. She just told me she cannot see herself marrying an unemployed loser and is canceling the wedding. Now I'm going to become the laughingstock of everyone that's come here to see our wedding. Why would you do all of this to me? I come so far, and you're destroying it all now!
I have something that shouldn't be all that surprising for you to hear. Doesn't this all seem like you getting what you deserve for the monster that you've been?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps this is all due to what you'd done to me in the first place. LOL. I know that what I'm saying right now is 100% correct and that you asked for all this after putting me through hell back then. So, do you understand things now?
But you didn't have to be the one to do all of this to me!
Of course I had to be the one to do all of this. And listen, I'm not the one that forced her to leave the wedding. She was just being smart by choosing not to get married to some brainless jerk that would probably do the same to her as you did to me. To any sane person, I did the right thing by telling her about you, LOL.
Why would you still be this upset with me, though? Because of what you've started, my life is going to get all messed up! Stop trying to ruin my life right now! At least hold off of trying to have me fired from my job! I'm in a really good position in the company right now!
I don't really care about what happens with you, Kurt. And besides, I've already told my husband everything and he's free to do whatever he wants with the information. Frankly, I don't even have a problem with him having you fired from your job. But know this, I'm not the one that'll be firing you. So from here on out, I have nothing else to do with you. I'm sorry that I couldn't stay until the end of your wedding and all. But it doesn't matter now since the wedding will be canceled, right? LOL. Sucks to be you, LOL.
You stop all of this now! I can't believe you ruined my whole wedding to such a young woman!
I'm pretty sure it was you that ruined a lot of my life 2 years ago, but after causing me to lose my ability to walk after your own inability to drive, you never once came to me to say sorry for what you'd done to me. So why are you getting all worked up now over your little wedding getting ruined?
I get it! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! Is that what you wanted from me? Now stop trying to ruin my life any more than you already have! You should know that back then, I didn't mean any harm to you by leaving you, right? You and I had a lovely relationship back then, right? So don't make me lose my job just over some silly little accident!
When I told you that I'm not working at the moment, you immediately started telling me it's due to being a paraplegic, right? Right now, my husband is making a lot of money for us, so I'm a housewife for him. And actually, I'm able to work as a freelancer at home making money doing the things I love. So I think it's fair to say that destroying someone that looks down on people for being disabled is the right thing to do, right?
Please don't say things like that! I never meant to make you feel bad!
Goodbye, you piece of crap axe. And thank you so much for inviting my husband to that precious wedding of yours! LOL! After that, my ex-husband Kurt really did end up getting chewed out by his boss on the phone, and lost his job on the spot after I finished texting him. He had tried his hardest to get his boss to listen to him, but was replied to with his boss letting him know that in a pharmaceutical company, there is no need for someone that is hateful towards those with medical disabilities. And once he had gotten off the phone with his boss, the news that the wedding had been canceled was out, along with the reason why. And a whole lot of guests there stormed out while laughing at Kurt like he was the joke that he was. He then ran after the bride and tried to ask her to stay with him, saying that he still loved her and knew that deep down she still loved him. But her parents came to interrupt things and let him know just how much shame he had brought to all of their family by letting their daughter marry a monster. Him. They then proceeded to tell him that they would be cutting ties with him, and he was left with nothing but himself and the costs of a canceled wedding. Kurt really would have been better off had he never contacted me again after the divorce. But because he went out of his way to try and get a few more blows into me by making fun of my disability and all that, he lost both his job and the young wife he was so proud of. At least for me, having him text me back after all that time gave me the chance to finally get my revenge and make sure that he couldn't hurt anyone else after what he'd done to me.